technology is trying to mess with me, but I'm going to do my best and do what it is that I do. So if you see me pause or things get a little frozen, I don't know what's going on. I really can't tell. So I want to welcome you guys to another Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward, and I'm the founder of this amazing project, the I'm Loving Me Project. And we come together so that we can go ahead and get our inspiration before we go ahead and start our day. And just to remind you of just who you are and how powerful you are. Hi, Latanya. And just to keep you up to speed with everything that we're doing inside of the project. So I wanted to let you guys know that the Becoming Truly You, the journal, and everything is coming out. So we're going to be doing some amazing things. I'm so happy about that. You guys saw me flying in the wind yesterday, you know, and with those little lashes and everything. So we were able to get a lot of good shots and pictures. So you guys will be able to see that very soon. And we are coming to a city near you because everything is opening back up. Hey, Georgianne. Hey, is it Deetra? I hope I said that right. So here's what we're going to talk about today. And then I get into the announcements later, right? I want to know, because we are on this journey, ladies. Let me tell you how I'm doing this. I know that we all want more out of life, right? And I also know that as we walk through this journey and go through this journey, hey, Jessica, we sometimes, flip flop for a second. I enjoyed her show yesterday, Willpower Unsurfaced. Khadija was talking about how she really is a rapper inside, and I just said to myself, I said she must be my homegirl from another mother, because I sure did try to rap when I was younger, right? But let me tell you, for me, they always made me sing because I used to sing a lot. So I could never rap, but in my heart, I used to go home and try to write my own raps and listen to all that stuff. So I was sitting up here and I was just laughing when I was watching your show, because I said, first, the show is amazing. And if you guys don't know about Willpower Unsurfaced, Khadijah does a show every Monday at 6 o'clock. It's called Willpower Unsurfaced, and she talks about, really good political issues, and how we can actually, you know, live a better life. Yesterday, she talked about opioid addiction and about the Narcan. I think that's what it was. I didn't even know anything about it, and how you use it or what you do. So it was very informative. I suggest you guys check that out. And she has been with us for almost 2 years now, right? And we talked on the phone before, and she told me about her podcast and what she wanted to do. I think it was last year or the year before last. And finally, she got that up and running. And I'm just so proud of you. I am just so proud of you, because I just see the growth and I see the work and I see everything that you are doing. And I'm just so happy. Hey, Felicia. Um, but what I wanted to tell you guys, to get back on track, is that as you are doing this work, as we are moving forward in our life, you have to be able to put your mindset in the frame of what makes you feel good about yourself. You got to start to discover what makes you feel good, right? Because for so long, we have been programmed and thought that it is the outside things that makes us feel good about ourselves, right? And if we continue to think that, then when things go wrong, right? When things go wrong in our lives or we face some challenges, we are going to believe that it is because of us. And we're going to believe that stuff is our fault. And we're not going to feel good about ourselves. Where we have to understand that as we walk along this journey, that the things that makes us feel good comes from the inside, right? Let me explain to you exactly what I mean by that. If I ask you the question, and I want you guys, all of you guys who were on who said good morning, if you're still here, what makes you feel good about yourself, right? I want you to type in what you think makes you feel good about yourself. And I want to see just how many of you says something outside of yourself. Maybe you say, when a person says I'm pretty, when a person pass me on the back and say that I'm doing a good job, right? When when I get compliments from my kids or my husband, those things make me feel good about myself, right? Most of us say those things. And sometimes, that's true for most of us because that's how we grew up, right? When as mothers, most of you guys are probably mothers on here, when you grab your kids, right? When you sit up there and you hug your kids and you say, "Oh man, you are so beautiful. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy." It makes them feel good about themselves, right? But what we got to understand is that when we are walking this life, ladies, everybody is not going to be on our side and do that for us, right? There are going to be some challenges that we are going to face, and we still are going to need to know who we are on the inside and reaffirm that as we go along, right? Because what we have to know and what we have to remember is that the outside world wants what it wants. You hear me? You cool now, right? You are amazing now. You are the shit now. You are beautiful now, right? But what happens when you are not doing what they want you to do? What happens when things change and then they start to look at you differently, right? The opinions start to change. And sometimes, if you're not clear about who you are, it changes how you feel about yourself because the validation was coming from the outside and not from within, right? And I know you guys know this. I know everybody understands it, right? But what I'm trying to get you to know is that when you recognize that more of your affirmation is coming from the outside and is validating how you feel, make sure you go ahead and be aware that this validation that's coming from the outside, you have to be able to have it for yourself because you always are going to question yourself on the inside. Does that make sense? We all do it. We all do it. We question, are we good enough? Are we being a good mother? Are we, being a good employee? Are we being good at this and that and all that stuff, right? And when the outside tell us we are doing a good job, sometimes we relax, right? And we say, "Oh yeah, I guess I am doing a good job because they said so. Oh, I guess I am a good mother because my kids said so." You got to know inside that you are doing a good job and that the way that you feel about yourself, you always have to build up and continuously stand in front of that mirror and see just how good you are and that you are on the right track and you are doing things that you want to do and you are moving closer to your dreams and your goals. You get it? There are going to be times where you're not going to feel like doing nothing, right? There are going to be times where you're going to be sitting there saying to yourself, like, these kids are getting on my damn nerves. I need a vacation. This pandemic is getting on my nerves if you haven't done it already. And you sit around and you say, What is it that I want for me? What am I trying to accomplish for me? How do I feel about myself? Do you know how we feel about ourselves most of the times? Especially those of us who experience trauma, we feel how our parents and people said we were back then. That's how we feel about ourselves, right? My family used to say, "Oh, Gloria, you are so beautiful. You look like the Black Shirley Temple," because I had the deep dimples, so they were real big when I was little and everything. And then when I went to school, right, it was just like, why your smile so big, right? They would say, "Why your smile so big?" And I had really long hair, right? But my hair, child, let me tell you, I had to wear braids. I had to wear braids for a very long time because I was so tender headed. I mean, still is. And, I don't know this because I get my hair perm, and this is a great example to show you. But y'all remember during the pandemic, and if y'all watch the videos, we couldn't go to the salon and get our hair done or nothing like that. And my hair started growing and I had that slick back going on because, girl, if I put a comb to this thing, you would see a tear come out. I don't even know why I'm tender headed like that, but that's how I was my whole life, right? And so I had really long hair and it's so thick. I strongly believe that's why I keep my hair short, right? To comb. And when I was in school, I used to get teased, right? Because my hair was so long and so thick. And when I put my braids in, I would never want them to take my braids out because I knew when they took my braids out that my hair would be, all over the place and I would just be crying. And I didn't want to do that. Right. So I used to go to school. You know how you let the braids sit in for like how long? Like I used to let my braids sit in for like 2, 3 months to the point where you had so much new growth, you can comb it and still see the braids. I was that person. Okay. And this is like elementary school, junior high school. And when I used to get teased in school, I would say to myself, you know what? I really don't like my hair long. It's so thick. I got Harriet Tubman hair, right? You Google Harriet Tubman and you see how her hair looked. That was how my hair looked. Very thick, but curly. Combs used to break. Brushes used to break. Everything used to break in my hair, right? And I said to myself, when I get older, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut all my hair off. And when I learned what a perm was, I said I was going to go get that because it'll be easier and I won't be able to cry no more and I won't be teased in school. Right. And so I think I got a first perm when I was 13 or 14 and never looked back ever since. Right. Because it was embedded in me that the way that I felt good about myself was if I had something where I can comb through my hair and get it done and be happy. And the kids at school will love me because now my ponytails, right? My ponytails were laid and nice and everything, right? I didn't like getting my hair straightened because, they would be burning the shit out of your hair and all that stuff. Like, I ain't like none of that. Like, I did not like to get my hair straightened. So I felt good about myself then when I put my faith and my hope in this creamy crack because it made me feel like I didn't have to cry anymore. I wouldn't be teased anymore. And I can feel good about how I looked. because I didn't want the thickness in my hair, right? Not because I didn't like myself, but because of the hassle that it was. I used to cry, right? And so as I got older, I was just like, I start rationalizing, saying, oh, it's more manageable when I get my, perm and all this stuff. And it's more manageable when I, get all this stuff. So I don't feel like going through that. Let me tell you, now, when me and my friends talk and they sit up there and they say, well, Gloria, do you think about going natural and all this stuff? I be looking at them like, child, I haven't been natural since I was 14. And just the hassle of doing my hair and getting this stuff done, I don't even know if I can handle it because I haven't seen it, since was a preteen. But the validation that came along with it is what stuck with me. And the validation that people gave you when you were younger, it sticks with you and it's still sticking with you, right? But now that you are on this journey and you becoming yourself and you becoming truly you, everybody is not going to validate you like that, right? All those things that people say about you, good or bad, you got to know within yourself who you are. And you have to be able to validate yourself. I had one lady tell me, well, I never really had to think about how I felt about myself. And I said, well, if you started right now, what would you say? What would you say? What would you say about yourself to validate who you are? Not the regular stuff that we say. Oh, I'm a mom, I'm a good wife, I'm a good girlfriend, no. What are the things that make you feel good about yourself? What do you say about yourself every day to validate who you are? And the reason why I'm asking these questions, you guys, is because you're going to need it. You're going to need it as you walk along this journey. Why? Because most of us are walking this journey alone. You get what I'm saying? Even if you do have a husband in the house, or if you do have a mate or somebody you with, whatever they say, you probably can't even hear. They could probably tell you that you are beautiful all day. And if you don't believe it or see it, it ain't gonna matter. And we know that, right? When people tell you, oh, Khadijah, you got the most beautiful smile and you always look so happy. And you sit up there and you be like, yeah, but I got to do this and I got to do that. I wish I had this and that. And I wish I had the little eye cream. And I'm getting older. So, no, 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 no. Because when people tell you what they think and they start to validate what you believe, and they tell you, yeah, you know what? You can use a little eye cream. Yeah, you know what? Your smile is a little bit too big. Yeah, you know what? You can lose like 10 pounds because you are a little fat. You know, it feels different only because they validating what you believe to be for yourself. Does that make sense? Nobody can tell you who you are but you, right? Nobody can describe how you feel about yourself but you, okay? And the point that I'm trying to make to all of you guys who are on here is this: when you are out there and you walking on this journey and you're deciding to choose you, make sure that you have not only chosen yourself on the outside, but you also chosen yourself on the inside. Make sure that you are practicing every day who you are now, not who you were, right? Make sure that you are practicing where you are going and not where you've been. Make sure you are putting yourself in situations where you are moving forward and not backwards. Because we are in the baby stages of that, it is easy to be all over the place, right? One day you up and the next day you like, oh shit, I got all this stuff to do and the people are on me and I gotta do this and the things just ain't working right. Fuck it, I ain't gonna do nothing. It gets that way. But when you are remembering who you are, right? And you are remembering just how you feel about yourself, it'll put you back on track. It will. It'll put you back on track. Okay? That's what I got for you guys. I know it's short today, but you need that. You need it. Because remember, people, they love you. They love you. To thrive, they want to see you really progress. They want to see you live out your dreams. But they can only give you what they have. People cannot give you something they don't have. And if their mind is in a state where it's not beneficial to you, that validation that you are seeking, you can't get it from them, right? You got to be able to get it from yourself. How, Gloria? How do I do that? Because a lot of people don't tell you how. This is what I used to do. On a scale of 1 to 10, I used to look in the mirror and still do. And I used to say to myself, Gloria, you're doing pretty good. You are building up your business. You are creating great relationships with these amazing women. You have a great team who's working with you. And today, what you're going to do is you're going to find one thing about yourself that you love. And I said to myself, let's start out with a smile, right? Let's start out with a smile. Today, I'm going to love my smile because for so many years, people said I had the Joker smile, that, my smile was too big, that my gums were too thick, all this stuff. I used to hear all of that, right? And I said, today, I'm going to love my smile. And every time I had an opportunity to laugh, I'm going to show somebody my smile because I'm going to validate to myself that God gave me this smile for a reason. And if he gave me this smile, he gave it to me so that the world can see. So why not go ahead and share it with everybody that I come in contact with? And then I found something else. And then I found something else. Does that make sense? So when you do get the cracking of the jokes where people want to pour their negativity on you and tell you different things about yourself and how you should be doing better and fix this, fix that about yourself, you have your own validation, right? You have your own validation. It'll run off of you like water. You're not worried about what they think. It's what you think matters. It's how you feel matters. They have their own opinion and they're entitled to that. But you can say to them, I respect your opinion, but next time you can keep that to yourself, right? Because that's where the boundaries come in, right? Where you say, look, I understand everything that you saying, and all that stuff is your opinion. But at the end of the day, I make the final decision on how I feel about myself. I'm not going to sit here and second guess myself because you think something about me that is not true. And let me say that again, that is not true. Those people who spoke negatively in your life, where you are now battling and questioning how you feel about yourself, that shit was not true. Not true. What you believe about yourself is the truth. Because, like I keep telling you guys, you carry yourself around with you every day. Okay? I gotta go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Khadija, Felicia, Latanya, Deidre, Georgianne, all of you guys who joined today. I appreciate it. Jessica, I love you guys. And please make sure you keep up with us. We got journals coming out. I'm doing an interview today at 3:00 about the book. Please share the book with everybody that you know. Please look out for the tour dates where I'm going to be traveling to your city. Yes. So I hope you guys, if you need it, get vaccinated. If you need it, if you don't, take care of your health, keep your immune system high, just keep doing your vitamins. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.